It's 10 years. It's amazing how fast time has gone by.
And it can take just as long for the men and women who served in the war in Iraq to get their sense of normal back.
It's not PTSD, it's just decompressing. It's just being in this new environment where that you haven't been in for 6 months and realizing that, this is the normal world. Iraq is the abnormal world.
But for many, the transition can be difficult.
Everybody has their challenges, and this one was mine.
A roadside bomb severed one of Josh Craven's legs and left him without feeling in the other. He spent the last 2 years learning how to walk again. Craven got discharged in December before moving back home to North Carolina.
The military, they've done a good job taking care of me during my recovery and stuff, but it's a lot of paperwork and that's a lot of mental stuff that goes with, the physical recoveries.
When Jamie Miller returned from service, getting a job was more difficult than she ever thought it would be.
I wasn't able to go to school, looked for jobs, sent my resume out, probably at least a couple hundred, if not more, companies, and I haven't heard anything back from anyone.
She says a veteran's world is something few get.
Civilians try to understand, but they don't understand. Vets get it.
But that doesn't mean they don't miss serving their country any less.
In my heart, I was set, I wanted to be a career military. If I was still able and the military let me, I would be over there now.
But there are those who couldn't make the transition back to civilian life, and that's something that can't be forgotten.
There's not a day that goes by you don't think of them and just the others that made that ultimate sacrifice. But it's also the dirty part of war is that, people do die.
And that's why he says it's so important that the community, as well as veterans, honor those men and women.
Look how long it took to get a monument for World War II, in Korea, and for Vietnam, and then, it's a healing place.
They say life after service is always easier with the community's support.
Because we're such a small part of the population, such a small part, and for the civilians to support us the way they have in this conflict has been great.
It helps these veterans and many others know just how much their sacrifice is appreciated. Stephanie Stillwell, News 14, Carolina.